How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. I want to say thank you so much to my viewers, subscribers, supporters, friends, family, and neighbors. I deeply appreciate your continued support of the channel. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I would deeply appreciate it if you would subscribe, as it does help the channel to grow. Also, smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and hit the bell to receive notifications. I do have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001 where I've been selling loose sports cards and graded slabs. I'm currently giving away base cards with every order until my supplies run out in the form of these right here, which I'll show on camera right now. So I've been giving away base Colt Keiths, base Ellie De La Cruz's as far as his rookie debut card is concerned, base Jackson Holidays, and of course the duo cards with Paul Skeens and Yasmani Grandal. So I'm not picking and choosing which ones end up in envelopes. I'm just grabbing them at random. And congratulations to anyone that did get these cards. I will continue to do this until my supplies run out. I do have a couple orders that I did receive, which I printed out the shipping labels, and I'll process them tomorrow. Alexa, what's the current time?
The time is...
It brain farted. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 2:45 a.m.
Idiot. Anyway, so I have some sports card talk. This is another one of those decisions which I'm not sure I should do. I feel pretty confident with this decision if I do go through with it. I've talked about this card on my channel. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. At the time, I had to really grind to get this particular card. I'm happy I have it. But then all of a sudden, this thought occurred to me: should I or should I not do this thing? That's my PSA 10 Ken Griffey Star Rookie. This card really needs no explanation or introduction. If you are a sports card hobbyist, you know what this card's all about already. According to the pop numbers on PSA's website, there are over 4,000 of these PSA 10s. The last sale, I believe, was for $2,500. I did not pay that for this card. I paid around half for this card at the time. I really had to save up and grind to get this particular card, and I'm very happy to have it. But I've been watching some videos, and I've been watching eBay and other sites like that. Some of you may say that if it's not broke, don't fix it, which is a very valuable saying with just about anything in life. But the more and more I do my homework and my research, I'm convinced that I can do this particular thing. But, you know, again, this is in theory. Will I do it? Probably not, because I'd be foolish. If it's already a PSA 10, why would I want to do this? But let's just say, for hypothetical reasons, if I decided to do what I'm about to discuss, what are your thoughts on this? This is purely for collectors, this video. I have some heavy-hitting cards. I mean, I don't have a massive slab collection like most of you may have. You know, I've been selling slabs left and right recently because I'm really trying to refine my personal collection. I actually have a bunch of autographs and parallels and stuff that I do want to submit to SGC. I'm still kind of iffy if I want to submit anything to PSA at this time. I'm not sure. It just seems SGC is the better bet. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with some of my cards. But I do have a whole bunch of autos and stuff that I clearly want to submit to SGC because they've been very good with their grades. Their turnaround times are a little longer than usual. I've been seeing my fellow content creators talking about that. But, you know, they're SGC. I'm sure they'll pick up the pace soon because look how long it took me to get my Barry Bonds autograph back. So, but I'm still confident with SGC. I'm still on the fence with submitting to PSA. But if I see I can get a card for a decent price being sold through a third party on eBay, I just might get it. I'm not, clearly I do have a bias with SGC. They've graded my cards quite well. I actually had two of these that I graded, and they came back SGC 9s, which I expected. They were off center. They did have a couple little surface issues here and there. And I basically sold those two for the price that I paid for the complete sets that I pulled these out of. And I still have a bunch of cards that I want to submit to SGC. John Smoltz, Barry Bonds. I got a whole bunch of these from the packs that I opened up here on the channel. Kirby Puckett, Bo Jackson, etc., etc. I have another pile off camera that I want to submit. But when it comes to submissions to PSA, obviously PSA has got more strict with their grading. And as a result, I'm sure SGC and Beckett are going to be following suit. But because this is a PSA 10, I've got this trigger finger, so to speak, metaphorically speaking. And I've already done my homework and my research on this. To have this guy cracked or submitted as is to Beckett to see if I can get a pristine 10. That is what I've been thinking about doing. Well, I'm most likely not going to do it. But if you were me and you were in this position and you're holding on to a Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 10, would you submit this to Beckett to try to get the pristine? Because quite frankly, even though these are going for $2,500 now from what I saw on PSA and latest eBay sales, if I were to get a pristine Ken Griffey Jr. from Beckett, it could almost quadruple the value of this card. From what I've seen, and I could be wrong, and correct me in the comments section to my fellow collectors out there, I think one of these was valued at $8,000 with the BGS Pristine 10. And it's making me think, is it worth it to submit this to BGS? Now, I did comp the price on their website. I plugged in the numbers, but of course I didn't pay for it because, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Obviously, a PSA 10 is something not to be trifled with. You know what I mean? At least in my opinion. So it would cost over $160 to submit this card to BGS, to have them crack it, have them reholder it. And if I landed a BGS Pristine 10, this thing could be like an $8,000 card. What would you do in that situation? Would you risk one of your high-end collectibles like this? And again, this is PSA. There are over 4,000 of these, according to the pop reports. I actually posted an image of it on my community page here on YouTube. But there are only a handful of BGS Pristine 10s of this Ken Griffey Jr. Star Rookie. And I'm theorizing and postulating, were those collectors that had their slabs cracked by BGS to have them put in BGS holders. Again, it's going to cost over $160 to do this because you have to comp the card. And again, the most recent sale of this thing was $2,500. That's why the price is so high through BGS. But what if? It's a very, very interesting thought and a very alluring idea to have BGS take a look at this thing and reholder it in one of their holders. And again, it is a PSA 10. And with the centering tool that I have, which I've talked about here on camera, as a matter of fact, let me reach into my drawer here. It does fit within the new standards of PSA 10s. So if I were to try to roughly center this guy, and forgive me because I got the blue light on here on my desk, but I'm just going to try my best because I am doing a top down here. It does fall within the parameters of a PSA 10. I mean, at least the current standards, because they did change their standards. So this particular card is almost perfectly centered, according to this. Which is why it's very tempting to take this guy and send it off to Beckett and have it graded by them and put in one of their slabs. And if I landed a BGS 10, man, this card could be an $8,000 card. That's the price of a car, a used car right there. It's very tempting. What do all of you think about this idea? Would you do it if you were in my position, or would you leave it alone? Let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment in the comments section, hit the bell to receive notifications, and again, check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in every video, or description box of every video and short that I upload here on YouTube. Thank you so much to my eBay customers, and I am still giving away those cards until I run out of them. I may have some more after that, but I'm doing these initial 4 to start off with just to see how things go. But thank you so much for taking your time to support the channel, support the hobby, and support each other. Until next time, I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. God bless, take care, stay safe, and I will see you all very soon.